this is the real Batman.
Oh my God!
You know what I'm saying? The Batman of civility.
Great.
Of
Now
like,
you've
put
done
your
it.
cart
Need
back.
that.
You just created a whole.
I'm telling you,
This is
man.
now
It's
a
the
monster.
cart. It's
Thanks a
the
lot,
cart
Kevin.
night. The cart night returns.
Kevin,
The cart night rises.
And ladies and gentlemen, please welcome into the studio our friend, filmmaker. He's a writer. He is a podcaster. He is a nerd enthusiast. He's just an all-around great guy, Kevin Smith.
Kids, I was just not existing until I was welcomed onto the show. It's always an awkward thing when you come in like 2 or 3 minutes before we go on air because you want to talk, but it's like, don't.
Well,
We're about to.
there's
all
always
we
that-
do here is talk.
Out of the rule.
So you come into a library. It's very shushy in here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, well, 'cause Greg's
I
getting his-
honor the silence, and now I'm so happy to speak. How is everybody?
We're
good.
We're doing great, man.
I
Dude,
told the kids the moment I walked in the room, as I burst into the room, I was reading on social media. I had no idea that Cheetos story is not real about the guy who invented the Flamin' Hot Cheeto.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very heavily debated on the story.
When did this happen?
what's heavily debated?
If it's true or not.
Yeah,
But
this
janitor-
janitor
Yeah.
came up with the flaming hot Cheeto.
Yeah, but it was from the beginning that was being debated. But now we know it's
I was
not.
reading a thing where they were like, "This is patently untrue."
yeah, like the LA Times or
But how? How
Frito
does that?
Lay investigated.
Yeah, but how does that? Like, who? So many people got to play along.
Okay, so let's just recap
Why
for people who
didn't
might
Frito
not have
jump
heard of it.
in day one and be like, no.
Yeah, so Flamin' Hot Cheetos. The story was there was a guy who at one point was a janitor
Yeah.
at Frito Lay.
Yes.
Okay, and he created or he came up with the original idea was his for the Flamin' Hot
So he
Cheeto.
took it home, took Cheeto home, dusted
Right.
it with some spices that you would put on like Mexican street corn, and he said, "This is great."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the reason, allegedly, one of the reasons they never debated it is because he did become a marketing executive, but he helped break into the Hispanic market a lot. And, you know, he was like really big for their public relations.
So they let it
didn't
roll
want
for a
to.
minute. Did they
yeah,
make a
it'd be
movie?
bad
Or they
optics.
tried to make a movie
did.
about this
They
guy.
did.
They made a movie.
They made a movie.
And I
okay.
was outraged. I was like, they made a movie. How could it not be true? As if a movie makes things real.
You do this.
Factual. I know. I work in that business. I'm like, but it's a foundation, a font of truth.
Even in the
loosely
movie.
based on a rumor.
Yeah,
I
well,
think
even in
they
the
did
movie-
flash it on the screen before the movie got underway. Loosely
they said
based on a
that?
rumor.
Yeah,
No, no.
they acknowledge like there is 2 different storylines in the movie. They say, "Oh, it came the flavoring came up in some other department and his department." So they do acknowledge the back and forth over where the origin of the chip came from.
Why does everything got to be a
anything real?
conspiracy? I
Because
said, yeah.
it's such a great
Anything
story,
real?
they let it
real,
ride.
Man, or is everything
No.
hype
Nothing's
and
real.
position and
Don't
just,
know.
Yeah.
Man, oh man.
Yeah. Well, Kevin Smith is here. He's got a birthday coming up, you guys.
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
I'm about to age,
56th
kids.
birthday.
56 soon.
Yeah, and
leaving
there-
double nickels.
There's a show this Sunday at 8 p.m. at the Starlight Cabaret in Studio City. So it's comedy, it's music. Your kids' band's playing, yeah?
My kid's band's gonna
Nice.
play afterwards.
Yeah.
Cinnamon.
Yeah. And so you get to watch Kevin age right before your eyes.
Yeah. If you've never seen that sort of thing, watch a man go from
Yeah.
55 to 56. Watch irrelevancy creep in. As somebody's like, what? 56? I could care less. He's outside the demographic now.
I mean,
I
you
think I
say-
officially leave a demographic, don't I, at 56?
You say that, but your last event, the weed event and the comic book they put out, it was packed, man.
You
I
were
stopped
very
by.
sweet for going.
Yeah.
Honestly, there's some days where I'm like, I'm doing pretty good at being Kevin Smith.
Yeah.
And then I read an article this morning on, there's a comedy fee tracker website. Somebody developed a website that tells you what the headliner makes
Oh.
Oh.
and what the opener makes. And
Okay.
it's predicated on, you can't get this sort of info from like the Improv or, one of the comedy clubs. But when people play at public venues, like in a city when it's like the city venue or
Stadium.
whatever,
Yeah.
that's all freedom of information, public information. You can get that info. So some dude built this website where he lists what the comedians get paid per night and what their openers get paid per night, and the massive discrepancy
Well, of course.
between the two.
Oh, sure.
But
A lot of times, like, it's not that people are-
massive.
Yeah.
Like,
They don't-
we all understand.
They're
Like,
not going to go
headliner
see
should make
Dave
more.
Chappelle, like just so they can see the opening guy. You know what I mean? They're not going to pay for. They're not there. They're there for Dave
I'm
Chappelle.
shocked that Dave Chappelle has an opener. I mean, that's not a criticism, but
Right.
I'm shocked when anybody has an opener. To be honest with you, it's like to me when I go on stage, I wouldn't want somebody going before me. What if they're funnier? Like Jay has an opener every show, and I'm like, what are you, nuts? Like, you got to follow somebody who truly does this for a living?
I know some comics, they pick people that are like notoriously not funnier than them.
For that reason?
Yeah.
But that's a
that
delicate
runs
balance.
a risk.
You want to
like
set the
then
right
audience
mood.
Show's
ticks off
lame.
when you get up there. Like, why would we sit through that? But we did a weekend of shows at Comic-Con. I was at Comic-Con, and so I did stuff at Comic-Con, and at night I did shows at the American Comedy Club, first with Mark Bernard. We did Fat Man Beyond, then me and Jay did 2 shows on Friday night, and then me and Ralph Garman did Hollywood Babylon Saturday. And I walked away with like a pretty decent check where I was like, right on, man. We put asses in seats.
Feeling good about yourself.
Good about yourself.
Yeah. Then you read the article.
Oh my God. I know comparison's the thief of joy, but like they dropped some figures for like they were like Theo Von makes almost a quarter a show.
Yeah. Yep.
A quarter a show.
Yeah. I saw a big write-up about,
A
how
quarter
much.
million
Yeah.
a show. I don't know if I was clear about that.
Yeah.
I'm sure it broke the radio. And I'm not saying he don't deserve it, but like, good Lord.
Yeah.
Like I every time I start feeling like I'm doing pretty good, then I see that and I'm like, I'm slacking. Like, why aren't I doing better?
I saw an article of the math of these shows. Like if somebody plays a theater, there's X number of tickets. They're $100 each. Here's the total take. That is, for whatever percent of the total revenue. Then there's like a sponsorship for someone to be sponsoring the show, some alcohol brand or something, whatever. And then there's that. And then there's a couple other things. Like they don't even figure into like the bar, the merchandise and things like that when they're doing the business of it, right? And then you have the cost. So out of say like 1.4 million that was brought in, 500,000 goes to the band
Right.
or the talent, right? And they go, well, that makes sense. The whole reason this place is sold out and it's packed like this is because of this. That makes sense. Then you have the production, the security, all these other things. And so what's the total profit for a venue after all those things are done? It's like, $250,000. Like, hey, it's $250,000 for one night.
For 1 hour.
Yeah.
Even that includes all their salaries and stuff like that.
Yeah. They broke it. I thought it was pretty
and
interesting.
Now break it down. Imagine it's not a band. Imagine it's one person. So the overhead is incredibly.
But also imagine that's why these people who front these things, like imagine it doesn't sell out. You've heard about that blue dot fever.
Oh yeah.
Like a lot of that. Online.
So it's like they're figuring, okay, all their math is predicated on we're going to sell X number of tickets.
Right.
But when the whole place on the map on the ticket screen looks blue. Like you got to be crapping blood.
I have to cancel due to exhaustion.
Dude, every event we do, we have blue dot fever.
Yeah, but I guess, we always
No,
feel
blue
like
dot
people.
fear.
I keep
Fear.
my room
It
small
always
so
ends
that
up
I
being
don't-
okay. But
So I don't have to face blue dot fever. But when you have a 250, 300 seater and you have blue dot fever, that's when you're like circling the drain.
But I'm sure you have that same, even, okay, so.
Putting asses in seats is honestly like what I do for a living. Like I used to be a filmmaker, but it's like at the end of the day, it's like I have to make sure somebody cares about me. I have to ensure my relevancy in order to continue working and stuff. So whether it's in a movie theater, whether it's in a comedy club, whether it's for a streaming thing or a TV show, putting asses in seats, making sure people deliver a little time to whatever it is I'm doing. It's my whole raisin day trot. Only gets harder as you get older.
Yeah, when you start comparing yourself, you start looking at the, Theo Von's making $250,000, but I'm sure whatever you got, without saying the number,
very happy.
I'm sure it's great. And
I was very happy.
And you
until
look at
I
that, you
saw
go,
the rest of those figures.
we have a thought like that every once in a while. I know Greg and I have talked about it, where like we're doing something really dumb and silly, like we're sitting around joking around that people maybe on a Friday or Saturday night do with their friends.
Yeah, talking about
this is our
gelling or
job,
whatever.
and we're getting paid to do that. And
Yeah.
you have that realization of like, wow, this is pretty cool. Like that moment, you're like, oh, we're doing okay.
Yeah.
Doing okay. Well, Kevin Smith is here. He's turning 56 years old.
Wow.
And the guy is just out there grinding. He's trying to catch up to Theo Von. Smodcast.
That was the only name that but believe me, Chappelle was on that list.
yeah.
Seinfeld was on that list.
I tried to get the
Theo
number out of.
is like, happened in my lifetime.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like those other guys
Yeah.
were off to the races before I really got started and stuff. Well, Seinfeld for sure, but Theo happened like while I was working on a comic book.
Sure, yeah.
Like all of a sudden it's like, oh my God, another, and that's been happening a lot over the last 10 years. And I guess that just happens. Like at one point in 1994, I was somebody's new like thing.
Of course.
And every generation gets its new thing. I guess this is me just dealing with the fact that it's going to end, isn't it?
Yeah.
This
You know
is
what?
very
Here's a
nihilistic.
job.
How many people do you have in this room? There's like 19 people on this show. Can't you add a 20th and like I'll do the movie beat and stuff like that?
It's Kevin Smith with the movie beat.
Let me tell you what you sound like. You sound like a 56-year-old guy. You
Is that
sound
what it
very
is?
reflective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
guess.
everybody starts doing that, right?
If you want to see this live on stage, kids, come to the Starlight Cabaret Sunday night at 8 p.m. next to the Hand Job Car Wash. You know where that is. Big Hand on Ventura.
Do you feel 56?
Never.
Yeah, I say because I'm turning 50 this year. I don't feel like I'm 50. That
You're turning
doesn't-
50?
Yeah, I'll be 50 in
Do
October.
you have anything about that? Is there any
No,
like
no. Other than it
didn't
just
bother me
sounds.
either.
It sounds weird because
Yeah.
50. I don't know. 50 sounds weird. It
it's-
doesn't feel weird.
Well,
It
because
just-
our parents were old when they
That's-
were
yeah,
50.
that's the thing.
We
We
are
have
not.
that
My mom
reference.
was old at 35.
There you
Like,
go.
When I was a
Yeah.
kid, I was like, this is what 35 looks like? Good
Yeah.
Lord. My
Yeah.
grandmother was completely gray at 50.
Oh, same.
So, like, she was always an old woman.
And in a
when I was growing
pantsuit. Like, so we're very different.
up. Well, mine was in a house coat.
Oh,
all
gotcha.
the
Same
time.
thing. Also, the house code.
We always
But-
talk about high school yearbooks in the 70s. Why did everybody look 40?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It really
The
did.
dudes
Everyone
had
looks like
mustaches.
their fathers and
Yeah.
mothers and stuff. And now it's like I look at my beard every morning, man, and it's just the slow gentrification as the whites move in. And I go in with a I'm like, what's that thing Mr. Miyagi used to do with
Oh
trim
yeah, the
Bonsai?
bonsai trees.
That is my zen. I go in with a mirror, into the mirror with a little scissor, and I just personally try to take each white out. Bang, bang, bang. But they
Wow.
just keep coming, man. You
Yep.
can't stop the whites.
Mhm. And they bring their friends.
I know. I had a
happens.
They're coming from
gray-
Europe,
Set
I
up
guess.
shop. Yeah.
I was looking in the mirror. I had a gray chest hair for the first time.
Oh!
And I was
Oh,
like,
gross.
what the hell?
Ooh.
Like facial hair, always gray, but when it reaches the rest of your body,
Yeah. Just
Cute.
one, Greg?
I've seen
wow.
it was
pube.
one.
I've seen a
big-
gray pube.
Yeah.
All right.
just one.
Kevin Smith
Yeah.
is here. Phones are open 877-44-WOODY. You can send us a text over to 22987. We'll be right back. Kevin Smith is here in studio. I know you like hockey, right? Or is
but-
it just the hockey jersey? I wore a
which
hockey
is- they're
jersey
not
for you
playing
today.
well. I was noticing that. Not only, but the matching hat is.
Yeah, right. Well, I had to coordinate. I mean, don't be silly.
Are you a Pittsburgh kid?
Yeah.
Or from where did you grow
Yeah,
up?
I was born in Pittsburgh and then moved
What
to New
part?
Jersey.
What
and
part
then
of Pittsburgh?
South Hills, Mount Lebanon. Yeah.
I'm very familiar with Pittsburgh.
Oh,
my
you are?
girlfriend, my girlfriend, high school girlfriend, went to Carnegie Mellon,
Okay.
so I would go out there all the time in the late '80s, and then we shot Dogma there, and
Right.
we shot Zack and Miri there. So I know Squirrel Hill.
Oh yeah,
Roseville. I know
it's a
that
cool town,
area.
man. It gets a bad rap, but it's a cool
I
town
love
until people go
Pittsburgh.
there. I think people have an idea what it is until they go. But yeah.
Also Gotham City in The Dark Knight Rises.
Yep, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
That whole thing.
Yeah.
All right, so wait, you were born there and then you moved to Jersey.
Yeah, and then until I went to boarding
Somebody
schools
was
throughout
like,
high
"You got a
school.
voice. You have that voice for radio. Come over
Oh
here."
yes, yes, this voice for radio, isn't it great? Just cuts through, you know. It's worked out. It's worked out. Yeah. Besides
Last
hockey,
man standing, bro.
besides hockey,
Like,
any other
let's
any other
take a moment
sports?
to appreciate that. Aren't many people doing what you do anymore?
Yeah, that's true.
This show is unique.
And
like
it's-
I travel, I'm always at places
Yeah.
doing shows and whatnot. It's that world is going away.
Yeah.
So you guys have precious real estate here, and there's a reason for it. People like to, like, just as you said, like we're sitting around talking like friends. Like that's what people want to hear.
Yeah.
Especially in a increasingly more isolated world.
Yeah.
Where everybody's alone on a phone and whatnot. Just hearing socialization, hearing people interact with one another. Think about this. There's an entire generation of kids who don't know how to do exactly what you do in this room. So I'm not saying every kid tunes in, but when kids tune in, they're literally learning to do a thing that they were never taught to do because of COVID and because they live with their face in a screen.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
You're the last bastion of civilization, kids. Outside of this room,
Yeah.
zombie nightmare, dystopian nightmare.
Yeah, things just change all the time. You know what I mean? So it's like while everything was over AM and FM, radio waves for the longest time. Now it's the digital stuff and the podcast and all the video
Yep.
stuff and stuff that we're doing. So while the job is exactly the same, how it gets delivered changes the same way.
Yeah.
You're still using transportation to get from one place to another, but instead of hailing a cab, now you're ordering it on your phone.
Yep.
It's the same kind of thing where the delivery of things is changing. But this podcasting and the video podcasting, all that kind of stuff, man, it's as big as it's ever, probably bigger.
Yeah.
And
it's
you
crazy
were
because
on the
it's been
ground
around
floor of
for
all the
20 years.
podcasting.
I was on the ground floor, and I just didn't like. For me, I didn't think it was a revolution. I was like, oh, this is just great. Like, and I pushed it to everybody. I was like, oh my god, you should all start a podcast because there are no gatekeepers and stuff. Now there are.
Yeah.
Eventually it all comes
So the
around.
time to get in was back then.
That is true.
But now it is the medium. You
Yeah.
know, it used to be
True.
outside the medium. I remember we started Hollywood Babylon because Ralph was at K-Rock, and the folks at K-Rock, we tried to do a Saturday show called Showbiz Beat. And we shot a pilot and like recorder show. And then his bosses were like, nobody wants to listen to people talk on the radio anymore. Literally, that was a
Yeah.
quote.
Sure about that?
So we started
Yeah.
doing it as a podcast, and now
It worked out. All right, so Kevin Smith is here celebrating his 56th birthday at the Starlight Cabaret in Studio City this Sunday, 8 p.m. It's a night of comedy. There's music. Smodcast.com is the website, or thestarlightcabaret.com. Yeah,
and
you mentioned.
it's bobblehead night at the
Oh.
Starlight Cabaret.
There we go, right?
No, I don't know. But I had to ask: is there is every night at a sporting event a bobblehead night? Like, is there ever a
starting to
night where
be.
they're like, we're not giving away anything?
That brings
Just
the
come
people.
and see the game.
Yeah, I would say like 75% of the Dodgers nights are some sort of giveaway.
Very incentive oriented.
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Like
Clear plastic bag night. That's a big thing, right? The
Backpacks,
yeah, yeah.
jerseys.
Well, you
what
should
is
know.
clear plastic bag night?
So you
Doesn't
have to
sound
go,
fun at
well,
all.
a lot of venues you got to go to. You have to have a clear bag.
Yeah,
So
you
then
can't
they'll
bring
backpack
you can't
or-
bring a bag that you can't see into a venue a lot now.
safety.
Like
so on clear
stadiums and-
plastic bag, are they giving away clear
Yeah.
plastic
Yeah, and
bags?
then
Or
they'll
that's
have-
the one day like you can bring a non-clear plastic bag. That's how we're
No,
celebrating.
they'll give you one with like a logo on it and stuff.
Yeah, so that way, the
Wow.
next time you come to the game, you can use that bag with your team's logo on it and bring all your crap.
I mean,
Yeah.
they're feeding many birds with one seed. It sounds
Yeah.
like over
Yes, they
there.
are.
Sounds like they know how to squeeze a nickel out of that sports game.
Yep.
They sure do.
I'm
Well,
just waking up to that now.
I mean, hey, what do adults love more than anything these days? Toys.
I was just at Comic Con and I saw it in action.
You were
man.
just at Comic Con. Let me ask you this:
Figurines.
I saw on your social media because you hosted the panel or whatever, and so was this your first time ever meeting Rick Moranis?
It was, and
Is
I
he
honestly,
as cool as he seems?
He's super sweet. Number one,
I
he's
was hoping you were
Canadian,
gonna say
so
that.
like he's gonna be better than all of us here.
Yeah, but they always
He's
say
already
like
super
nice.
nice.
Yeah.
you don't want to
super
meet
nice.
you don't want to meet your heroes, or you don't
You-
want to meet somebody
that
you
one
already
you
have
c-
like a really positive vibe on because
one
they
you
can only
can,
disappoint you.
But also, I was in an environment where, like, you'd have to be a real AH to be like, "Hey, man, go to hell." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're
Yeah,
there
yeah.
selling a movie at Comic Con and stuff like that. So
and he's
I
notoriously one of the nicest guys.
has been. I mean, like this is a guy who I didn't think I'd ever meet because he's been retired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For a red hot minute. Like he stepped away from the business to go live a real life and raise his kids and stuff. But he fueled my childhood and built the tracks upon which I later ran my trains in terms of comedy and stuff like that. So I was a massive Bob and Doug McKenzie fan. So I never would have gotten to Jay and Silent Bob without Bob and Doug. So meeting him was a cool thing. And they had me host the Spaceballs panel. And Rick is in the movie, in Spaceballs, the new one it's called.
So did you
Comes
see the
out next
movie?
year. No, it's not done yet.
Oh,
They
okay.
showed us a clip though.
Yeah, I didn't
some
know
funny
because you were
stuff.
hosting it. If they kind of showed you some stuff
They're not even done So,
beforehand.
believe me, they're so not done that I was like, maybe they'll put me in it.
Yeah.
Because
There's
I was
still time.
pretty, yeah, I was
Yeah.
pretty good on the panel. But it looks funny as heck. The clip they ran was really great. But he came out of retirement. This is a dude
Yeah.
who hasn't been doing it for a long, long time. And he had a very funny line up there. He's like, everybody thought I was retired. I was just negotiating. But meeting him was dope, man. We sat down and did the kind of, this is how the panel's going to lay out. This is where everybody sits, this is who you call out and stuff like that. And then I went and smoked a joint. And then I came back in, and that made me chill enough to kind of go up to Rick. And I was like, hey, man, can I take a picture with you? And he was like, oh, God, yeah. And he stood up and we took a picture. And I was glad I took the picture first because I wasn't sure if I would cry. You know what I'm saying?
Aw.
If I started like talking to him and started weeping, then I'd
Wow.
never get the picture. But like this was a huge thing. Like this guy, like I remember my fandom for Bob and Doug McKenzie, and I modeled Jay and Bob on that, on that similar aesthetic sensibility. Cheech and Chong are in there, of course, Abbott and Costello, but.
Sure.
it has a lot to do with Bob and Doug. So meeting them was a cool thing. So after we took the picture, I told him, I was like, hey man, so I play a character called Silent Bob, and I've been standing next to a guy called Jay in movies for the last 30 years. And that only happened because like I was a massive fan of Strange Brew. And he goes, oh, Bob and Doug, eh? And I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
he gave me an A. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even ask for it. Give me an A. So he was wonderful. He absolutely delivered. And on stage, he was great. The moment, highlight of Comic-Con for me, and mind you, I had my own Hall H panel and stuff with like 5,000 people there and stuff. And I had comedy shows that were sold out all weekend. But my highlight was when he came into Hall H. Like we brought up the cast and the crew of Spaceballs, and then I was like, and Rick Moranis, and then he didn't come out, and everybody's like, where's Rick? And so we like comb the audience and cut to the audience, and
with
there's
the picks.
Spaceballs with big combs and picks and stuff.
Yeah.
And then they had 3 dark helmets, and one was a kid, one was another dude, and the third one was him. And once he lifted the mask, they had him on camera on the big screen, like the place went nuts.
Yeah, I saw that
They
video.
ushered
It was
him
really
back,
cool.
and once he came on stage, the place gave him a standing ovation. And he hadn't been to Comic-Con ever. And this is a guy who's in the DNA of Comic-Con, like Louis Tully from Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
The Seymour Krelborn from Little Shop of Horrors, the worst father who ever lived in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Right.
Like he's been in the geek culture for a long time. And even though he hasn't been working for decades now, those movies have still been enjoyed by generations. So he hit that stage, man, and it was a thunderous wave of affection. 6,500 is what that place seats, and I believe they were at max capacity. It was Friday panel. It was pretty impressive. Usually the Saturdays are max capacity, like the Marvel panel. They had to turn people away, and people who had wristbands didn't even get in, so many people wanted to be there. I had to follow the Marvel panel, which is like following John Holmes. You're a hot dog in a hallway after that, for heaven's sake. But there they were on Friday, like packed, and 6,500 people standing up and applauding and focusing all of their affection at this one person on stage. It was just a beautiful moment. And it's not like the dude had never been in front of an audience before. He comes from Second City, so he's used to being in front of people. And it's not like the dude couldn't conceive of Amazon saying there are going to be 6,500 people in that room. I don't think he was prepared for everybody to be like, we've missed you, man, and just give him that moment. It was beautiful. Like,
That's awesome.
Really,
I'm glad to hear he's a really cool guy.
Yeah.
Such
nice
a
guy.
sweetheart, man.
Because you want to hear that, right? You want to hear that Rick Moranis is a cool dude.
Very. He turns out to be a very cool dude, very sweet, and very like.
He
he was
Canadian,
not. He
so-
wasn't expecting it, but I remember talking to the Amazon people like a week before, going, "We better build some time in the schedule because everything is like, timed
Right.
within 45 minutes and 15 minutes for audience Q&A." And I was like, when he comes on stage, though, these people ain't seen this guy in a dog's age. Like, they are going to be all over him and stuff. And they were like, yeah, you're right. And it did. It went beyond what I imagined.
So besides that, like, do you walk the floor at all? Do you get to see any of
I
the
got
other
to
stuff?
go to the floor twice this year because I went to an activation for Funko. They did this pop mystery thing. And that was on Wednesday preview night, which was packed. Like already, it just Wednesday preview night looked like Saturday. Then I went to the floor, was it Saturday afternoon, to the Marvel booth, and I got the comic that came out, Jays of Future Past. So they have a bunch of cosplayers at the booth. So they tried to reenact the cover of the comic with me and the cosplayers and stuff. So that was kind of sweet. So I saw the floor then as well. And the only way I could get on the floor, and this ain't bragging, and this isn't even choice, they won't let me attempt the floor without six
somebody.
security
Yeah,
guards
that
around
makes
me.
sense.
that would be
5 inches.
yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
Which is like, honestly,
that makes sense.
But it's more showy than anything else. And
Well,
it's
'cause
like,
it-
I get a few minutes because people are like, oh, he's a pretty good Kevin Smith cosplayer.
Yeah.
Because I'm wearing the whole outfit, and they're like, wait, that is him. And by the time, and I move pretty fast for a dude who's thick with 2 C's. So at the end of the day, I can move around faster without security than with security and get things done quicker, I feel.
And then you hear people, I'm sure, be like, oh, he's such a douche, he needs security.
Yeah.
Like, that wasn't my idea.
But
yes,
as
that's what
a-
I hate, the idea, because they'll go like, excuse me, and they push people aside, and it's like unnecessary.
So as a fan,
Yeah.
because you like all this stuff, like Comic-Con is your, Christmas kind of thing. So
very
of
much.
all this stuff, like did anything besides like Spaceballs and meeting Rick Moranis, like what was the
Hands
the
down,
best thing
it
you
was
saw or
the
the thing that
thing-
got you geeked?
The thing that I went for, aside from like, is working
Your own stuff,
for
yeah.
me and my own stuff,
Kidding.
was the Marvel panel. Like, and so their panel, like they weren't at Hall H last year. They were the year before. That's when they announced Robert Downey Jr. as Doom. So they dropped that trailer last week on Monday, the Avengers Doomsday trailer. And all of us were like, well, what are they going to do in Hall H? Because we assumed that's what they were going to show, was that. And instead, they showed a brand new trailer, which apparently is going to be at the head of Spider-Man Brand New Day. So the trailer that they showed us in Hall H, which is a very Doctor Doom-centric trailer, and to be honest with you, like the first trailer was wonderful. I would have led with this trailer because it makes him seem Thanos bad for a bunch of people who maybe aren't that familiar with Doctor Doom. Although who alive in this culture hasn't encountered Doctor Doom in some incarnation or another? This is the first time he's going to be in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. You said I'm a fan of these things. You could tell. Listen to the
Yeah.
passion in my voice.
Oh, yeah.
I speak
I
more
know
proudly
you-
of
I
this
know
than
you
I
do.
do of my own child and her band, for heaven's sakes. So they showed this Doctor Doom trailer, which was absolutely phenomenal. And seeing a trailer, most of us interact with trailers on our phones, on our laptops and stuff. Generally, we don't even get to see a trailer in a room with like 250 people at a movie theater anymore. We're watching it beforehand, in our social media or on our laptops. This was getting to watch a trailer nobody's ever seen with 6,500 like-minded people who are all there going like,
Yeah,
we're
that stuff's
rooting for
fun.
this thing. Oh,
Yeah,
it was-
that's why-
a vibe.
you just feel the vibe in the
Yeah.
room. It was
We were-
wonderful. So that panel, was great. They brought up all the famous people
Yep.
and whatnot, and that was fine. And I always like seeing Robert Downey Jr. Like the way there are some people come up to me in life, like,
Well, he's
I
like
like
nerd
you and I
Jesus,
like
right?
your thing. He's.
Would
my
you say
guy.
he's nerd Jesus now?
I would say so. I honestly feel like he's acting Jesus as well, because I don't think this Doctor Doom thing is a payday. Although I hear he's getting paid 80 to 100 for 2 movies.
I'm
80
saying,
to
was
100
he
million.
of
I think
all-
he's doing it
like in the
because
nerd-
he wants to.
In the nerd universe, was he the biggest star for that group that weekend?
Yes, hands down.
Yeah, I would
Hands
think.
down.
I would think as an
But I-
outsider,
but I
I would think
think-
that'd be the case.
The acting thing, I think he's doing this Doctor Doom thing because I think he wants to try to win an Oscar from behind a metal mask. I think he's won a Best Supporting Oscar for Oppenheimer, and he was wonderful in the movie. But I think this dude is like, look, he needs no money anymore. He has already reached
He's got
the
more money
pinnacle.
than Theo Vaughn.
Exactly. He's making that
Yeah.
Theo Vaughn money
Yeah,
in about
exactly.
a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's reached a pinnacle. How do you go further? If I was that dude and I was an actor and I was into acting, I'd be like, let me see if I can win an Oscar from behind a metal mask. But the only thing they could see of me is my eyes. That would be a huge challenge. Number one, to win an Oscar for playing like a Doctor Doom. Like, it's not unheard of. The Joker has won an Oscar
Sure.
twice now for people who've played the Joker. But I think the challenge of doing it from behind something that shows no articulation. So basically his performance is going to be all about emoting, all about that voice and everything like that, and the way he carries his body. But he can't use all the tricks of his face, and he's so damn charming. We love that. I think that's part of the reason he took the job. I don't know the guy from Adam and stuff, but
That'd
I
be
bet
cool,
you
right,
he's doing
Greg?
it
Just
'cause
to do
it's
it for a
a
challenge.
Yeah, just
you don't
think
need
so.
the money.
That's
You don't
fun.
need-
Dude's like,
you know
I'm
what?
still
I'll
alive.
Take the 80
I'll try to-
million.
yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
But, you
Wouldn't
know.
that be fun? That'd be cute. Let me see if I can
Every
do
night.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just see.
Right.
Money, schmoney. Like,
Yeah.
who cares?
RDJ,
Keep
call
fame,
in
shame.
and let us
Yeah.
know if that's accurate.
877
He's a listener.
44 Woody. Text us over to 22987. We're going to take a quick break. We'll come back. It is Shark Week on Discovery, which means it's Narc Week. It's Cart Narc Week here on The Woody Show. So, Kevin, you're going to get to be here as Agent Sebastian tries to get people to do the right thing. When you go shopping,
Yes,
you do your own shopping.
I do.
Yes.
I
He's a
enjoy
man
it.
of the people.
I'm a consumer.
Yeah. So, like, you return the cart to the corral or to the front of the store, or do you just leave it empty in a spot?
I have to bring it back because I have to take into consideration that while the whole world's not watching, all I need is one person to be like, Silent Bob doesn't return his card
Yeah.
on his phone, so I behave.
Yeah,
I put
it's gotta
things
be
back.
watching.
Kevin Smith is here.
I'm here for this. I'm here for Cart Narc.
Yeah.
I love this concept.
Yeah. So I don't think we've had you in for a round of cart narcs
No,
before.
the whole
Yeah.
concept
Well,
is new to me.
It's Narc Week because it's Shark Week on Discovery, and Cart Narcs is such a popular segment with our show. We decided It's going to be Shark Week on Discovery. It's going to be Narc Week here on The Woody Show. Agent Sebastian trying to get people to do the right thing and return those carts to where they belong, which is to the cart corral or back to the front of the store. Not to be left in empty parking spots.
Too hard.
Or walkways. Handicap spots, people love tossing them in there because there's so much space there.
Yeah, and that's not where they go. They go back to the cart corrals, but just rather than just doing the simple thing and returning it, people will argue and scream and yell and sometimes pull weapons or chase you through a parking lot.
Are you serious? People have pulled weapons?
I've had, like literally, besides guns, knives, pepper spray, fists.
Right off the top, or once they find out your thesis?
No, it's it's not just you said a word to me.
It's like, if you're coming up to me in a parking lot, maybe I am pulling a knife, but if it's a whole different thing if they're like, wait,
there's always
are you busting me for not putting the car?
Snip. It's super, super clear. Like I'm never like, oh crap, he's carjacking me, that sort of thing.
No,
like,
and by the way, he's always friendly.
It's not
he's
self-defense.
He's not swearing. He's not.
And still the weapons.
I was gonna say he's not name calling, but he is calling them lazy bones.
Yes,
they don't like that.
And in this case, we're gonna have this edition features fun with accents. This is Saugus, Massachusetts, and for folks who don't know, we have different agents that patrol different areas geographically.
Sure.
And there's this guy, Greg Gorey of the Cape Cod Gories.
I remember that agent.
He's a very fancy gentleman. So you might hear more of
a proper man.
A fancy accent coming out of Greg Gorey.
Sure.
And he approaches this lady, and she just dumped her cart in the middle of the walkway because it's right there, and who wants to walk? Now, there's a little bit of a wrinkle here, Kevin, is she does have a disability placard on her car. And so that's always a factor. Now, of course, my mom has one of those, and she still returns her carts. There's different levels of disabilities, of course. But with the cart narcs, what we always do is when they roll their window down to talk to us, the dead giveaway is their attitude. Are they, oh, I'm sorry, would you mind getting that for me? Or are they accusatory? And let's see what this lady has to do when Greg approaches her about her cart in the walkway.
Whoopsie widdly whoop whoop whoop, ma'am. Well, you have something better to do. Let's take your cart back, young lady.
If you're handicapped and have problem walking, yes, we need to find a better time to do it.
See, ma'am, your anger leads me to believe that you could take your cart back.
You put something on my car, I'm going to sue you.
So
The first words were, don't you have anything better to do?
Sounds like Biggie and Little Lady.
Right, exactly.
Right at Essential Casting. That
Yeah, Lois Griffin.
Yeah.
Now, so Mr. Greg Gorey, their agent Greg Gorey, he has these little magnets to encourage people to do the right thing. They're little scarlet letters. They say, I don't return my shopping cart like a jerk, for instance.
That's what he put on the car?
Well, yeah, or lazy bones on board, the baby on board. Or he's got there's 1,000 different versions of these. So that's the thing that kind of, and you could have that magnet on your car, drive away, and be on with your day and say, well, that was odd, weird.
Anyway.
Or if your ego is such and you don't want to lose the argument, you will keep on going about perhaps suing our good agent Greg Gorey.
What would you sue me for, young lady?
It's my property.
What damage does that do?
Doesn't matter. It's my property.
Well, it doesn't.
Don't touch my property.
It does matter. It does matter, in fact.
Doesn't matter.
Because in a lawsuit, you need...
Away from me or I will hit you.
Assault charges.
It's my property. It's my property.
Get the away.
So wait, so her disability would keep her from returning the cart, but not from trying to kick someone's ass.
Right. And by the way, at this point, she's out of her SUV and walking around.
Is she limping?
No. Well, it's funny. Sometimes they'll forget they're supposed to be, and they're like, it's the old. So again, Greg again, he's there saying, well, you can't just. People love throwing that out because the one thing about cart narcs is we've learned the negotiation. You know this as an actor, Kevin. Tactics. You have different tactics, different things, different ways you're trying to get something.
I don't act with words.
He's the silent
there are no
wrong
tactics.
guy.
Yeah.
Or
yes.
Yeah, different negotiations. Fear, pity, crying.
Run
all
the
that stuff.
spectrum.
Right. So in this case, the fear of a lawsuit. Now, Greg has been through this before. He knows the lawsuits are ridiculous. And again, he's trying to explain to her that a magnet on your car is not a lawsuit.
What would you sue me for, young lady?
It's my property.
And what damage does that do?
Doesn't matter. It's my property.
Well, it doesn't.
Don't touch my property.
It does matter. It does matter, in fact.
Doesn't matter.
In a lawsuit, you need...
Away from me or I will hit you.
Okay, so that was the hitting then.
Yeah. And
then
there's a baby crying.
Right. So then she takes that magnet and she says, well, guess what? You've taken me to the next level here. I'm going to take your magnet and throw it on the ground. You're making me litter.
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
You made me do this.
We know that Greg does not like litter.
No.
Absolutely
And
not acceptable.
Right here.
You litter. So now find this litter.
Actually, I've got a magnet that says I'm a litter bug on it right here.
Right ahead. As I'll just do it again.
Ma'am, see, if you were truly injured, you would have said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I can't take it back."
You were being attitude.
No, all I did was I kind of waved and I said, "Oh, hey."
You were being attitude.
So you were being attitude.
You were being attitude. You were being attitude.
I'm gonna whoop your ass.
Because that's the thing with these agents is we'll often say, like, halfway through them screaming whatever, like, you could have just asked us or just at any point, but no, then they rewrite history like, no, you had a crappy attitude. Well, we heard the attitude at first. It was just like, hey.
Her attitude, meanwall, fantastic.
Exactly.
Yeah, she's
Her
great.
attitude
She's good.
was
Yeah.
all about her property.
Yeah.
You get a lawsuit.
Now, another move that's in our agents' vast arsenal, besides their variety of magnets they use, is they love to, because they know they're milking somebody's ego at this point. So they'll go to the side of the car that the person can't see, grab the magnet, lower it below their eye level, and then not even place it on, just to see if they'll stomp on out.
Oh,
The
really?
fake out.
It's like, I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you.
Right,
It's
exactly.
like a psyop. For
Yeah,
heaven's
right.
sakes.
Exactly. Like, do you really care about the magnet or or not? So Greg uses that on this lady.
You were being attitude.
Am I being polite? Here's your litter bug magnet, ma'am. What are you going to tell him, ma'am? Remember earlier you said you couldn't walk over to the car return? Well, you've already walked farther than that several times now, so I think you were lying.
No, but not lying.
She fell for the fake on tears.
Can't do.
Ma'am, that's against the law also.
I'm going to kill you.
This
So
went from
she is leveled up
Damn.
from
Good to
I'm going to
great.
kick your ass
Yeah, she's gonna have
to
an
I'm going to
aneurysm.
Murder.
We started with suing, then we went to I'm going to kick your ass.
Right.
Now we're
murder.
going to kill.
Straight up murder?
And I
Jeez.
pointed this out. I know Woody doesn't like this, but that's a felony assault right there. When you tell somebody in a way that they're intended to believe that you are going to cause great harm, in this case their death, that is a felony assault. But people just don't care because they don't want to be told.
What is clearly he's been through it. What? There's no rule against putting a magnet on a car?
Okay,
Not
so
damaging the
think about this. Yeah, so think about the potential charges, Kevin. Vandalism, you still got to have a damage there.
Right, there's no damage.
Like with a spray, you spray paint someone's car, yeah, that takes time.
Even
and
putting
you're-
a bumper sticker on is like, that's going to take time to put
Right,
that
yeah,
off.
exactly.
But a magnet comes right off.
Again, the cart narcs, they're so far ahead of these. And I'll admit, we have advantages because I've done this 1,000 times. People have never been called on their crap 1,000 times.
Right.
But yeah, so there may be in some jurisdictions you could get a ticket for like leaving a flyer, like that sort of thing. But they only write tickets for that when you do 1,000 of them in the entire parking lot, and you're creating litter. If it's a one-on-one where you're just again with a specific purpose of not, in this case, not blocking the walkway. There's no, never been charged, never even been brought into court, none of that stuff.
That rocks.
Although there was that one woman who was threatening because it was false imprisonment because you had
Right.
the cart, you had the cart behind her car.
So
the cart that she left out in the open space, you just placed behind her car, and she contacted her lawyer, and they're like, "Well, technically, I guess it could be false imprisonment."
Yeah, but
like
you-
all I gotta do
Whoa.
is, if you would just put the cart back in the crowd, you would no longer be in prison.
Yeah.
Retire
You
free.
can free yourself. You
You
know.
were hoisted on your own petard,
Well,
my friend.
That was the
it's-
idea. That was the psychology behind that. Well, your cart could be in other people's way, so let's see how you feel. But my lawyer said too. Look, don't give
Yeah.
any DA an opportunity to do anything. You know, even though this thing is on wheels and you have moved it. So we don't do that.
Yeah,
call that
she
the
is
pit maneuver.
she is a grade A masshole. That is.
Yeah, straight up.
Yeah.
So now at this point, she is. This happens all the time as well, where they don't want to lose the argument, so they'll pull out of their spot, end up blocking traffic, which I don't want, of course, and Agent Greg Gorey in this case doesn't want. So we'll
No
kind
way.
of de-escalate, but then they'll blame me for blocking traffic when again they could have driven away at any time, but again they don't want to lose the argument.
You fell for the fake out, ma'am. There's nothing on there. Ma'am, I'm trying to be nice to you, and you're threatening to hurt me. I'm trying to be pleasant and polite.
You're not.
I'm just gonna put that right there.
Touch my back.
Ma'am, I'm trying to make a simple point here. You're blocking the lights.
You're the one that's blocking you. Don't
No,
touch my back.
you could leave at any time if you wanted to. You could leave anytime you want to.
Touch my back.
You could have left 5 minutes ago, ma'am. But your ego won't let you because you want to be right. Too late, I already did.
And this other thing, you know this from video game culture, Kevin. A lot of the comments I see is these people get stuck in NPC loops.
Yeah.
Which is a non-playable character. Like they have 5 or 6 lines, and like, don't touch my car, don't touch my car. I'm not trying to explain
property,
I'm
my
trying-
property.
and you run into this, it's just like they they don't want to have a conversation, or their understanding of is so surface level. They just deep back and forth.
What I like about it is, you know, we love comic books and comic book movies because we're like, oh man, a vigilante who'll make things right. This is the real Batman.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? The Batman of civility.
Great.
Of
Now
like,
you've
put
done
your
it.
cart
We need
back.
that.
Wow,
hype
you
up
just
his
created
ego.
a whole.
I'm telling you,
This
man.
is a now
It's
a
the
monster.
cart. It's
Thanks a
the
lot,
cart
Kevin.
night. The cart night returns.
Kevin,
The cart night rises,
Nice.
Look,
baby.
I'm not going to say this, but
Night
you walk
rises.
around the floor there at Comic-Con as I did this year, and you see they have these little booths, and like, well, man, I could probably get a comic book, and some plastic, Funko style toys,
Yes.
and I could be down there signing autographs.
Yes, there's a merchandising opportunity here, but don't get lost in the money because it's the it's the justice that
No,
we're seeking.
trust-
Like Batman's never like, I could sell these tchotchkes.
Well, he was a billionaire first.
True, good
Yeah,
point.
you know.
You got to catch up. You know what? You're right. You get to sell.
Yeah. So yeah,
But
again,
you're right. You know some comic book people. There is a comic book here.
Well,
Comic book, but I'm saying, like, never mind. Yeah, I agree with you 100%. But I'm being serious. This is the real Batman.
Yeah.
Like, never mind punching muggers and stuff. Like, nobody
Yeah.
gets mugged anymore. This is the true injustice in society.
yeah, it's
And the cart narcs are out there. They're doing
Their
man.
thing.
Batman Inc.
Did you see the story about what was going on in Mexico? There was like a Batman kind of guy going around.
They call him Mexican Batman.
And he was finding
Very original.
What does he
was
do?
finding
No trademark problems there.
Where's he from?
Spitball, everybody. Let's come up with a name.
and he was taping them to light poles.
Yeah, like,
Yeah,
like
that
bike
was
seats.
cool.
Yeah, look it up, Greg. The
Okay.
pictures are funny. I think
Yeah,
it was
in
guys who were like
Jalisco.
were they stealing
I
like
think it was-
mopeds
Yeah.
and stuff?
Bicycle stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
now, I'm
they-
not saying cart
yeah.
narcs should be taping anybody to anything,
No,
but,
but it's
this
Mexico, you can
is
get away with
even
that.
better, man.
Yeah,
And we do have some. I've done some. Remember the GI Joe PSAs at the 80s.
Yes.
GI, the more. So we have produced some concepts that's like where what I'll do is I'll take somebody. For instance, off the air, Kevin said, "Well, what if they say they pay employees to do this?" And I say, "Well, yeah, they pay employees to clean your hotel room. That doesn't mean you crap in the sink. There's systems in place.
Yeah, we pay
It depends. If it's a
firefighters.
Marriott Courtyard, then yes.
yeah.
So I've produced several PSA style things where people come to me. Well, they pay people, and the cart narc responds with these sort of things in a very GI Joe.
Yeah, it's animated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
So the concept's already there. I just really need somebody to kind of Netflix,
Put it over the
Hulu,
top, yeah.
etc.
Why? Honestly, like
Tubi.
I spend so much time
Yes.
watching police body cam videos.
Yeah.
This is
It's the
even
best.
better.
And that's the video. They're all
Yeah.
my POV, etc. So it's really you're in it video game style again.
You'll love the account. You
Netflix-
should be the newest follower of Cart Narcs on Instagram
Done
at
and
Cart
done.
Narcs.
I'm there.
Yeah, there's a ton of videos up there, man. I don't know how many you have at this point.
Thousands and thousands.
Yeah,
Walk
there's a
this
ton.
into Netflix, man, and be like, "This is the future."
From your word lips to the people at iHeart's
Never
ears.
mind the future. This is the present.
Well, it's Shark Week on Discovery. It is Narc Week here on the Wood Show. Agent Sebastian and
Agent Gregory in that case.
Agent Gregory doing the Lord's work, trying to get people to do the right thing. Return those cards.
Hi, being polite. Here's your litter bug magnet, ma'am.
I'm going to give you an instant request here, Kevin Smith. I saw something on your Instagram recently. You went down this, you went down a rabbit hole of
You know,
like
the
old school hip
algorithm,
hop.
Welcome to the Terror Dome. You got it?
Welcome to the Terror Dome.
Public
Yeah,
Enemy.
Public Enemy. We do. All right, instant request for our guest, Kevin Smith. Again, go hang with him on Sunday. Starlight Cabaret in Studio City for his 56th birthday show.
Well, welcome to the Terror Dome.
Dude, Kevin Smith knows every word. Yeah. He's sitting here impressing Gina.
That was crazy.
Hustler of Culture, Chuck D, one of my heroes.
Yeah, man.
Plays a big, the work of Chuck D, here's a little spoiler years in advance, plays a big part in the Dogma sequel that I'm writing right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That song, I wanted to open Dogma with that song, Welcome to the Terror Dome. And instead, we wound up, of course, getting a score from Howard Shore, which is amazing. But when I started writing the Dogma sequel, I was like, all right, how was the table set when I did this the first time? And one of the things was that song. That song fueled Dogma. Dogma is a very angry movie. It's a lovely movie to watch and stuff and plays out nicely, but it was written by a guy who was so mad that people didn't see his faith the way he did.
There are two songs that I associate with you. Like
Which
when they come
ones?
on, I think of Kevin Smith. One is Misery by Soul Asylum. Because it played the
Ends
credits.
Clerks too, man.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
amazing.
because when the credits rolled,
Yep.
that's the song's playing. And then there's this one.
Unbelievable.
Oh,
Hammer like a
yes.
hammer, information irreceivable, sent by the Lord. Yeah. Run with
When I hear this song, I see my
Run
wife
DMC, man.
and-
Tougher than leather.
and Eliza Dushku and Allie Larder jumping out of a van.
Yeah.
In leather suits.
Dancing. Not yet. The
Yeah.
suits come later.
Yeah.
This is the first when they
Because,
jump
I mean,
out in their street clothes.
I mean, I grew up
Their
a
civvies.
Run DMC fan, but
me too.
of course, I
The
knew
wood-
that song
I keep
way
looking
before.
at the logo on, like, this is very Run DMC.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Well,
it sort of
yeah.
inspired
that
it.
logo in particular is literally inspired by
Run
like the
DMC.
retro Run DMC, thing for sure.
We're from you and me from the same place.
I think-
it's
I
so
think we are.
wild finding out that
I think
you're
we
from
are.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I knew the Jersey thing.
Pittsburgh and Jersey, and then the Jersey thing, obviously.
How often do you ever go back to Pittsburgh?
Pretty often.
Were you a Mario kid?
Of
Like
course.
Lemieux?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, and Mario Brothers.
All three Marios.
Yeah.
The pillars of your life.
Yeah,
and that's how I know you're
exactly.
from the East Coast. Did you say Mario?
I did.
Mario.
Yeah.
Mario.
Woody Show.
The soon-to-be 56-year-old Kevin Smith is our guest.
Old man, look at my life.
Yeah, like what? When did you realize? Yeah, I think everybody had that. Like, okay, well, I think I'm officially getting older now. For me, it was when I heard, and it was Faith No More Epic. That song, Faith No
song
More
rules.
Epic. I heard it in the grocery store.
Oh,
I'm like, damn.
God.
All right, so that was like, was that song like this?
Want it all, but it's a perfect song for a
can't
grocery store.
have it.
Yeah,
Walking around shopping, we all want it.
Yeah.
yeah.
Which snack wheels do I want?
Yeah, so that was
milk.
that was a big one for me. Also, to a much lesser degree, was I think I told the story. Our first set of friends that had a baby, and we were
Oh,
out with them
yeah.
one night, and we had to stop on the way home so they could get cash for the babysitter. I'm like, wow, okay, though that's adulting kind of stuff, you know.
is.
But 56 is different, right? Like
I'm
what was
already
it for
old,
you?
but like 60 to me is like, man, like it's. We watch a lot of programs, me and the wife, and now we do this all the time. How old do you think they are?
Right? Yeah.
You know, where it's like, let's find out, and you do the
Yeah.
Nicole Kidman dive, and you're like, all right,
Sure.
well, she's like only 2 years older, but how come I don't look like that? You
Or
know?
like when you have to
Matt,
like,
Matt Damon's my age, and look at him in the Odyssey. That's possible. You know what I'm saying? And then I keep seeing these like articles online where they're like, it's really possible. It was kind of low impact. Like it took him 6 months, but you can do it too.
Oh, sure.
I feel like the world's trying to tell me something, but I'm like, and then I saw, did you see Charlize Theron was like,
Yeah.
she's like, I know it's inappropriate, but I couldn't stop staring at Matt Damon's body on the
yeah,
on the set of Odyssey. Did everyone see Odyssey?
Yeah.
Not
I mean,
yet.
Not
I
yet.
did.
I
I've
haven't
not
seen
seen
it yet
it.
either.
Yeah.
The thing
Yeah.
that sucks
He's
though is
ripped.
when you come across these posts where it shows old timey actors and how old they were in the roles, and at the time you thought they were like 80 and they
Mr.
were,
Miyagi.
Mr.
Oh,
Miyagi
yeah.
was like whatever 48
Yeah.
or whatever.
We're older than Mr. Miyagi.
Yeah,
It
for sure.
sucks.
Yeah.
For me, it's whenever there's
Obi-Wan.
yeah. Or anyone in a position of authority, like the president's younger than me or whatever it is. That's
Yeah.
very scary.
Yeah, but like also you start to realize like, man, Jesus, like you go to sign up for something, you got to put your date of birth, and it's the scroll where
Yeah,
you're
you
scrolling,
keep scrolling that
But
bitch.
especially if you're doing it on your phone, you're like, it looks like a slot machine.
Takes
Yeah.
forever.
You know,
I
trying to
think
find the year.
The ultimate adult thing when you realize, God, we're kind of getting old, is when you're just trying to make a date to have dinner with friends.
Yeah.
And you're all flipping through and going, I could do September 4th.
I know.
What?
Yeah, you got to be careful not to sleep wrong. You know, so you know
Yeah.
you don't have that muscle that's killing you for a week. Or,
I've been misleading myself too for the better part of 30 years now because of the job. Like it's easy to deceive myself into not feeling my age.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean-
I always feel eternally 18 or something.
yeah, I mean,
but
you're always wearing a hat backwards. You're rocking a
All
hockey
of it.
jersey a lot. You know,
all of it is like, look at
Yeah.
him, overgrown child. But sooner or later, my body will be like, you can spin that cap backwards as much as you want, but you better get up and go to the bathroom for the
Yeah.
6th time this
Yeah.
evening, old man.
Now,
Yeah.
Morgan, you like to pride yourself on being a youngster.
I'm very young.
Although I
Are
think
you?
she's kidding herself a
How
little
old
bit.
are you?
I do
I'm
too.
trying to convince myself of that. I'm 32.
Ooh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So is that Mickey the youngest person in the room?
Oh,
Yeah.
by
Yeah.
far. Are you kidding me?
You don't have to say it like that. Good
I'm
Lord.
in here.
I know. Look at them, bunch of old people.
Yep.
I
Fossils.
bring the youth into the room.
Nice.
Okay, so let me ask you this: you were 32. Okay,
Yeah.
so do the math on that. Born in
94.
94. God. Okay.
You're Clerks. You were born when Clerks came out.
Nice.
Yeah. All right. So, Morgan, what does "Be Kind, Rewind" mean?
Ooh, that is from a movie, and it's when
God.
you.
It is from a movie.
Sorry,
You're
go
not
ahead.
wrong.
Thank you.
All right.
But okay, what does it mean? It means when you take back your VHS from renting it
Okay.
at
I wasn't
wherever,
sure
you
she's
just
going to know
I
that.
know.
Well
From a
done.
movie, I'm
have
like,
it start
"Ugh."
at the beginning because then that's rude to the next customer if it
But-
starts at the end of the movie.
But there
right?
was a movie by the same name.
Okay.
Yeah, but
So
it
you're right.
came
You're
from
right
the
on
phrase
all
that already
fronts.
All
existed.
right.
Yeah.
Double points.
It is the cart narc of its day. You
Yeah.
civilly you had to rewind
Right.
Well,
before you brought it
just
back.
the
We
right thing.
had
It's
one
just
of
the
those
right thing.
rewinding machines because you didn't want to hurt your
Yes.
own
Was it the-
VCR.
Yeah, wine
Yeah.
ruin your
Yeah.
VCR with wear and tear and
Mine
stuff.
was a
Exactly.
Ferrari.
I was going to say, was it one that looked like a car?
No,
I
ours
remember that,
didn't,
yeah.
but
Yeah,
it
ours
was
was boring.
rewinder.
And
I
what
did-
happened if you didn't rewind it? Did they?
You get
Sometimes
charged.
50
you'll get a
cents.
fee,
Oh,
yeah.
really?
Yeah.
In $1990.
For being a douche.
It's like 180 today.
Yeah, exactly. I
So
wasn't
wait,
sure.
it's like
I wasn't sure you're going to know
32?
that term.
Yeah. I
What
mean,
did-
I never did it, right? Too young, but I
Well-
know about it.
And blockbusters were still a thing, like you know.
Oh yeah. I
Well,
can-
94, yes. I'm
Yeah.
saying, but like,
Yeah.
like to where you were old enough to realize what these
I
places
experienced
were.
it. Yeah, we would
What
go
about
get the big
music stores?
popcorn bucket.
Were music stores still around?
Yes, Virgin Records. I loved that store.
All right.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. This is where I start to get a little like it's gray area for me. Like what?
Yeah,
Like
what-
for
what's
frame
the
of reference
threshold?
for someone like Morgan, like
Yeah.
what does she remember?
Did
She
you
was
ever
a baby.
dial
or-
a telephone or put punch buttons on a telephone?
No, I've seen those phones before in like museums. Ow! But I've never done the scrolling.
The rotary
thing.
ones.
Yes.
Yeah, the scrolly thing.
yeah,
No,
but like
those
a
were
home
gone.
phone.
I don't
People
even
still had
think-
a home phone.
We had a home phone, but it was cordless.
Do you even know
Yeah,
what a busy
okay.
signal is?
Yes, and also when we
Only
first-
because she works here.
Yeah.
Had she not
Yeah.
worked here,
Yeah.
so I tried to get through, trying to win something or trying to get on the air, and it was a
But
busy
did you ever
signal.
encounter a busy signal in life before you worked at a radio station?
I don't
Because
think
everything's
so.
like call waiting at a certain
Yeah.
point.
I find that now I get pissed if I call and there's a busy
I've-
signal.
I've
Like,
heard
what,
that
what
ages.
kind of ancient 90s nonsense is
And
this?
it's so aggressive. Like,
Did
Yeah.
you ever call 411?
Oh yeah, what is when you call information? What are you calling that? So when you would call 411, what was that
Yeah,
for?
what's the process?
I could ask maybe like Sally's phone number down the street or her address.
Yeah.
Could you ask about personal
You-
things like
you
that?
could.
Or you could
Usually,
ask like,
yeah.
where's the local pizza place?
where's
Well,
the local
it was
pizza?
They would
mostly
tell you
for
anything, right?
phone
number.
Where do I
No.
get my plan B?
They were strictly
Plan B.
Yeah, they're like,
Yeah.
here's where you get some stuff.
It was phone numbers.
They were strictly, here's a phone number.
phone
Yeah.
number? But
Oh.
you
You
could
could be
also,
like, hey, where do I get pizza? They'd be like, that's not my purview, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
but
But I'll
people
give
would
you a
also
pizza
call
number.
for time and temperature.
Right.
No way.
And how
Yeah.
did how did
Always.
they
They would
answer the
call-
phone?
At the tone, the time will be 4:20, and
And
then
it
you knew it was time to
ruled.
smoke weed.
It ruled because then you could use it as a fake out and like pretend you were talking to people. And it would just tell you
Oh.
the time and temperature over and over.
Right,
again.
and the phone number was popcorn. Remember?
Yeah.
It was 767, and then any four numbers.
I
and
It was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh.
It wasn't under 401. It was a separate number.
Yeah.
There
Yeah.
was
'cause there was
also a
411,
world where you could
555.
call a number and someone would tell you a joke.
Oh
No
yeah.
way.
Oh yeah,
Dial
real
a joke.
person.
Yeah.
Dial a
Yeah.
joke. It costs like 99 cents, or where you call
Yeah.
up, they tell you one joke. And
You know what I kind of miss?
Yeah.
Because I remember doing this. The Trenton Times was the local paper,
Mhm.
and I would open it up, and our parents were like, "Oh, okay, we can go see a movie this weekend. You guys, my sister's not. You go through the paper and find the movie you want to see." So we look for the thing or whatever, and then we'd start calling around, even though the times and stuff were in the paper.
Paper.
What
Right.
time? I used to like calling the movie theater and listening to the recording,
Yeah.
and I thought to myself as a kid, I'm like, man, you know what a cool job would
Oh
be?
hell
Yeah.
yeah.
To be the guy who
Mr. Movie Phone.
does
Guess
the
who
recording.
does it at
Yeah.
Smog
Yeah.
Castle Cinemas in Atlantic Highlands, New
What?
Jersey. One of the
Lucky.
first things I did was like, I'm leaving the message.
Yeah.
I used to love
So if I
calling
call-
like
if I-
the
if I
movies
call
at
it-
Middletown.
If I call that right now,
Palmer Avenue and Route 35.
I'm saying if I call that right now, it's your message.
call
doing-
Smog Castle.
What's the number?
I don't.
We
I
can
don't
look
know
it
the
up.
number by heart.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
never
Hold- well,
call.
okay. Hold on.
But it was like for the Odyssey, press one.
I mean, these days
I'm
you
not
don't even
that
know your
guy.
own number.
But I'm the greeting voice. It should be, unless Ernie replaced me.
Oh,
Of
that
like,
would be
hey man, you've reached Smog
Let's
Castle
see.
Cinemas.
Did you find it, Wood?
I'm looking it up right now. Hold on.
It's gotta be like a-
Contact. Okay, here we go. It's 732.
Mm.
All right.
Yeah.
Calling right now.
What was the other numbers?
204. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's see what happens.
204 is an exchange.
Your call cannot be completed as
Can't
dialed.
call
Please
out.
check the
Oh,
number.
okay.
For
can.
long distance.
Yeah,
Is
we
that
can.
right?
Oh
Put a
no,
9-1 in front of it.
I didn't put the one in there.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
You know what? iHeart
yeah.
doesn't heart. Long
Right.
distance phone calls.
They took all the phones away at our desks.
Yeah, we have nothing
We
now.
don't even have office phones.
Oh, that's
anymore.
right. They did.
Let's see.
Do you even need them anymore though? Oh,
Not really.
Do you remember long distance calls, Morgan?
Oh no, never made one.
Let's see. Where's Kevin? Is there an employee that's going to pick up?
No, it's too early.
Hi, thanks for calling Smod Castle Cinemas. I'm your host, Kevin Smith. Showing
This is why
today.
the theater doesn't
Mailbox
make
is
money.
full,
Oh,
and there
no.
is not enough space to leave a message.
Oh no!
Too many people
mailboxes.
leaving messages.
Well, see now you know you can look into that. I was
Someone's
hoping
getting
here.
fired.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. How about,
Someone is losing their job in cinema. Somebody's losing a movie job.
let me ask you another one, Morgan. All right. Put it on layaway.
Ooh, okay. I think my mom did this. Shout out to her. If you want to buy something at like Macy's and you don't have the money, you could say, I want to put this on layaway. I'll come bring you money later.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Would they
Well,
let
kinda.
you take the product home or did you leave it there?
No.
Leave
You
it
would
there.
come by,
Yeah.
and a lot of people were doing that like at Kmart at the time.
really?
You know, Kmart. What was the other one? You remember James Way?
When you were a kid,
Yeah.
you would make fun of people by being like, "Your mom's buying buying tuna fish on layaway."
Yeah,
That was a
Tuna
sick
Stuff like
burn.
that.
Yeah, or like,
Fast
oh, what was
food.
that? The blue light special.
The blue
Yeah.
light special.
Yeah,
pretty much.
what's the
Confirm.
blue light special?
I don't have no clue.
No idea.
I'll take a guess. A deli sandwich?
No, it was a Kmart thing. Kmart would
Like,
have the
that's
blue
what the
light
sale
special.
was.
Do you know
So
what
like,
It's like
Kmart
a
is?
police siren.
so Kmart was like a Walmart or a Target,
Right.
And like a discount kind of store, right? And let's say, oh, well, ladies and gentlemen, attention Kmart shoppers, we have a blue light special right now in sporting goods, and it was like tennis rackets are 25% off, and there was a wheelie cart that had a big pole on it with a big blue flashing police light kind of thing on it, and they'd have it in the sporting goods section. They'd turn it on, and it was a blue light special.
Like an
And so
instant
Yep.
sale.
You
Yeah.
gotta
Everyone goes
understand,
running.
we didn't have the internet. We didn't have cable TV even, so we had the blue light.
So fun.
I have a question because this involves cell phones, so you might know it, Morgan. Do you know what nights and weekends calling is?
Ooh, that's when you
Yeah.
weren't charged for calling after a certain time or on the weekend.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, I think it was 7 p.m.
Because you were charged more
Yeah.
during the day.
I mean, the other thing I remember, as a kid, that you walk into a place, you go to I'm still trying to see, make sure before somebody gets fired today, make sure that's actually like
I'm gonna.
a
You
thing.
do that. I'm gonna text somebody.
Yeah, you
today.
fire off a text.
You're embarrassing me.
And I'm saying like when you would go into a restaurant and they would have smoking or non-smoking,
Sure,
Oh.
yeah.
right? You actually still
Good
had a
old
choice,
days.
and it was. The smoking section was just divided, just like how you would say, "This is my side of the
Right,
room with
that's
your
it.
Yeah,
sister.
there's no like wall.
This
or
is
no
your
anything.
side of
magic
the room.
about
You
it.
stay on your side of
Yeah.
the room." There's no barrier.
There wasn't one on a
we're
plane
all
either.
Still alive today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, no shirt, no shoes, no service.
That's still got to be a thing, right?
Yeah, we don't hear about it as much.
I went silent for a few minutes so I could fire people.
Yeah,
Oh,
roll
they're
the window
dead.
down.
Like manually? Is that
Yeah.
what you're talking about?
Yeah, you know
what
Or
it
does that
means.
mean something
Yeah.
else?
Like,
No,
how would
yeah.
you?
Oh yeah, my dad had pickup trucks.
Okay,
We would
all right.
roll
Come
it
on.
down.
Morgan,
now.
if you were in the car and there was no lighter but somebody wanted a cigarette, what would you do?
Oh yeah, I'm like, I got this little round cigarette thing that I'm not supposed to stick my finger in, but you can stick a cigarette in there.
That's right.
I never saw it work, but allegedly.
It's cool.
Yeah, my because now it's like a dummy plug.
Oh, it-
'Cause you
for-
can-
yeah.
They
yeah.
don't sell cars with them anymore.
Yeah.
Well, there's still like sometimes a cigarette adapter, like where you can
For
plug
your
something
charger.
in.
Yeah,
or
it's
you
a-
charge- sometimes, but there's not the apparatus that would
coil.
actually coil that
Yeah.
would heat up. And my son took the little plug out, and he was looking and he goes, "How are people supposed to light their cigarettes with this?" I'm like, "Well, it didn't look like
It was a
this.
different time,
It was in the
son.
same shape."
I
Son.
remember
Yeah.
one year, like I was 9 years old, and I was sitting in front of my grandparents' house. They lived around the block from us, and I was in the car. My mom was like, "Wait here. You could do that then. You could leave a child in a car and walk
Sure.
away for like 2 hours." So
While
I
you went
pushed
to
the
the bar,
lighter in
yeah.
because there's no entertainment, no keys, no radio. So the lighter still works when the car is off.
Yeah.
So I push it in. You wait for it to heat up. Pops back out. That was entertainment. Then I took it out and I started making imprints in the dash.
like branding.
Because I was like, oh, look, like it's going right through
That's
and it's making
cool.
circle, circle, circle. My mother got back in the car. She's like, what?
Yeah.
I was like, what? We're not supposed to do this? It's crazy, man. When you're a kid, like, you know very well, like, this is going to get you in trouble. But you're like, well, let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I did
get
the
in trouble.
whole magnet in front of the TV thing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Destroyed the TV.
That's a parent's
That's a
nightmare.
good
Like,
one.
no.
Yeah.
But it looks
Yeah,
so cool
what
and
did it-
swirly.
Yeah.
Did it look like a
Yep.
piece of furniture, Greg? The TV, was it like in one of those like what do they call
A
those?
cabinet?
Those those TVs that looked like a piece of
The TV, well,
The entertainment center?
it's like a console.
console.
Oh yeah,
Console.
It was
Wooden
all
console.
those.
Mine was
Yeah.
a wooden console, like
Yeah.
it was a piece of furniture.
Right.
Like nowadays, TV is flat like
Flat.
this. and
Correct.
It's you could get them for like nothing. back then it was a giant piece of furniture that had to be dusted.
Of course.
Like
Yeah.
I would have to pull out
Yep.
the pledge and dust it
Yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff.
Yep.
Stay away from the
And you
screen.
would put photos on top of it.
Yes.
Do you remember how the really rich families had those screens with like the blue light,
projection
green light,
TVs.
and red light? Yeah.
Yeah, that
but
was-
you couldn't see it if you were on the side.
Wait, that was the big deal, man.
yeah, that
Yeah.
was huge.
Yeah.
We had one,
Yeah.
I didn't
one
know
family with
any
that.
rich people,
And
but I
some
I
people-
saw that at a
Yeah.
store. Like
Yeah.
you go into the store
Yeah.
display mode, and you'd be like, "What?"
Damn.
Yeah,
Some
that's
people
dope.
had 2 televisions.
What?
Whoa.
And some kids had
Nobody
HBO
has
in the
a
house.
Some people had 2 phones.
He's pulling your
Like
leg.
I remember we had one phone in the kitchen. That was the communal phone.
Yeah.
I remember when we added a second line, but
Yeah.
not a different line, just 2
second
phones.
phone,
So
yeah.
you could pick up the phone in the living room instead. Holy cow!
yeah,
was pretty
Morgan's
cool.
Morgan's probably never heard. I got it. Hang it up.
Yeah. Or getting kicked off the internet because.
I do know about that.
Oh, you do?
yes, Yeah.
Okay.
And that
All right.
screechy
When you would
tone.
actually take the physical
Yeah.
phone and put it on the
dial-up.
thing.
Yeah. Well, Kevin Smith, always great to see you 2 times within
Such
a
a
month.
pleasure. I
I've
know.
seen you. That's
Crazy.
we've
I
not
thank
done
you
that
for
before.
welcoming me in, and I'm so glad. Oh my God, this almost hit your computer. The
Oh,
water.
wow.
Oh, that's okay.
But I'm so glad I was here to discover cart narcs.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Oh,
be thinking
for
about
sure.
that forever. And
We've invited Kevin,
it
by the way.
validates the way I've lived my life because I have always put the cart away in the last 20, 30 years because I'm like, what if somebody sees me and they narc on me and stuff?
And they shame you.
Now I know, like I wasn't being
There's a
paranoid.
person
That's
out
a
there.
real
It's real.
Yeah.
He's out there.
possibility.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we've invited
He's out there.
Kevin to go out cart narking with Agent Sebastian.
I'm doing it, but
Like
I don't
in-
think
in-
I'm gonna do it as Silent Bob. I'm gonna do it as Kevin Smith,
It'd
so
be
I can
funny.
speak.
It would be
Because I
funny.
want to shame
too, yeah.
people and be like, "Hey,
Great.
man,
Yeah, you can.
I made
switch up.
Clerks. Why are you doing this?" You know, 2 things that have nothing to do with each other.
Well, go hang out with Kevin this Sunday, 8 p.m., his 56th birthday at the Starlight Cabaret in Studio City. It's a night of comedy and music. His daughter's band is playing there, and it's going to be fun. You get to watch again, age right before your eyes.
See it happen.
Kevin
Watch me turn
Smith,
gray.
everybody.
Such a pleasure, kids. You're doing the Lord's work. Continue on.
All right, more Woody Show next. Hang on.